Good morning everyone, welcome to my next video. So today I will be packing some orders that I've got. I've got 11 orders to go out. I've picked everything out of the shelves and the boxes ready. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 small kind of items, and I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 bigger items. So I thought I'd pick up the camera, come on and do a video of me packing the orders. So this is just going to be, the camera's just going to keep rolling, it's not going to be edited. And yeah, I've got all my packaging supplies here ready. I'm going to pick the orders, package them up, and yeah, so let's get on with it. So first up, we've got these like roller skating knee pad kind of things, skateboarding, just a youth size. In fact, let me get up how much things sold for. I'll get up my orders on my laptop and I'll be able to tell you what they sold for, but I'm pretty sure I picked these up for free out of the from the dumpster diving. There we go, that's all loaded up, so I've got £9 for them. I probably listed them for £9.99 and sent an offer out or something. £9 for them, so they're quick and easy to do. They're not going to break, they can just go in a mailing bag pretty much. So in here I've got jiffy bags and mailing bags. All different sizes, they can just go in one of these. There we are, nice and easy. And for when I know, when I'm doing my postage label, so I know what it is, I'll write on it. Knee pads. That's that one all sorted. Things like that are quick and easy because they're not breakable, so they don't need to go in a box. They can go in a mailing bag. Happy days. So next up, we have got a job lot of these key rings. They are American NBA Chicago Bull key rings. You probably can't see it there very well, but I tried to put the camera somewhere where you can see me packaging everything. But 10 of them, and they have gone for, they've gone for £14. So I think I probably paid 50p each or something like that. So what should we do with them? Should we put them in a bag or put them in a box? I think what I'll do, I think I'll put them in one of these so they're padded, and then I'll put this into a mailing bag so it's got extra protection. So I'm trying to do quite a varied style of video on my channel just to see what works. I've released some dumpster diving, I've done a week in the life, and I've got others in the pipeline. Got some car boot ones, I've got all sorts really, so yeah, I'm just going to see what works. And I'm trying to put one out of the weekend on a Sunday definitely, and if I've got another one available I'll do one midweek as well. So that's the plan. Alright, and that one, key rings. That's another quick and easy one done. Oh, I was going to put it in a bag, wasn't I? Sometimes I worry about these ripping open and that, so the mailing bags are a bit stronger. So yeah, let me know what type of video you enjoy, or if you've got any recommendations, let me know. I'll look at all the comments and try and reply to them all as well. Let's put the rubbish in the bin. So what else have we got? We've got this Walt Disney World baseball from 2005. I got a job lot of these. I got about 7 of them, and it was about £30. So I think they worked out to £4 or £5 a ball, but I got all different years. So this one's 2005. And I've had them quite a while now, so I took an offer of £9.99 on that one, but I was getting anywhere between £15 and £25 each, so I'm well into profit on that, so I'm happy to let that one go. So we'll put that one in a little box. So I try and reuse a lot of packaging, but I do also buy boxes. So I buy this size and I buy the next one up, 12 by 9 by 6 inches I think, which is the biggest size for a small parcel for Royal Mail, so that's handy. And I've got one of these handy little tape guns. Makes it quick and easy to tape boxes up. And then we're just going to put a bit of packing paper around that one. Bit of brown paper. Again, you can buy this in rolls. But yeah, if I get any from like Amazon or anything like that, I always try and reuse it. You wrap it in paper so it's not going to move about, and that's good to go. I also have these thank you slips, which I just chuck one into the top. Sometimes I do it, sometimes I forget, to be honest. Take the box up. Sorted, right on that baseball. That's another one done. The next one, we've got a gent's hat. The brand is Hawkins, and it's 100% wool. Hawkins Country Collection Classic Headwear. So one day when I went dumps to dive into the charity shop bin, I got a big bin bag of hats, women's hats, men's hats, and yeah, I've made a lot of money from that. There was a couple of Australian ones, and I think one went for about £80. So, and I've had others selling for £20, £30. So that was a good bin bag. So I took an offer of £7 on that one, and it pops up on eBay saying they're a repeat buyer, so I was just seeing if any of the other items was sold to them, but it must have been something in the past. So yeah, £7, happy to take an offer, happy to move it along. I'm well into money, but the stuff never cost me anything in the first place. So again, that's not going to break, it's not going to get damaged, it's only a cheap item, it can just go in a mailing bag. It's a bit bigger, so I'll put it in one of these UPS ones. Put one of my slips on the inside. Just helps remind them to leave feedback. And obviously the more good feedback you've got on eBay, the better. Helps your business grow to the next level. There we are. So far, 1, 2, 3, 4 done. Nice, quick, easy. So next we have these two like cast iron trivet kind of food warmer things. So you put a little tea light in the middle and you can put your pan on the top. So it's a pair, and I picked these up for £3 from a local charity shop. And again, I've had them a while, so I took an offer of £13. And all these prices are plus shipping. I don't do free postage, so everything is plus shipping. So we will wrap them up. I'm thinking a box. So I keep all random boxes and packing up here. So that one will do it. Again, then they're not like ceramic or anything, so they're not as breakable as ceramics or glass, but they are metal and they might shatter, or it's quite brittle. So we'll wrap them up in some brown paper, nice and tight in the box, so they can't clash against each other. So the link to my eBay store is always in the description of every video. So if you see anything in the background, or you see anything that I'm picking up at car boots, or anything in any of my videos, drop me a message or go to my eBay store. So if you are interested in doing a deal, message me on Instagram and we can sort something out. So that's both them wrapped up in brown paper. Put another one of my feedback slips in the top. A lot of these parcels will go with Every. They used to be called Hermes, and a lot of people don't like them because they have a lot of issues with things getting broken or getting lost, but considering the amount I send out, I've not had that many issues. I'd say it's probably like 1 in 100, so I'm quite happy to use them, and I've got a local parcel shop which takes the parcels, so that's quite handy. Just got my tape gun sorted. There we go, not moving about. That's a quick test, so shouldn't get broken. I'm alright on that one. So we've got one more small parcel before we move on to the big stuff, and this is just a PlusNet home router for broadband. It's got the power supply and both cables. We've recently moved house and we got sent a new one when we changed, so they don't want it back. And that just sold this morning for £13.99. I think I had it listed for £20, but happy to take an offer and move it along as always. Doesn't really owe me anything, so we'll find a nice box for that one. think I'll use this. Put a bit of brown paper in the bottom. I'll put all the leads and cables in a separate bag and then wrap up the unit. I tend to do that just so they don't get damaged or anything like that. So that's cables in there. Wrap that up in brown paper, sit it on top, and another bit of void fill on top to stop it moving about, slip. You'll find, depending at what stage you're at with your reselling business, you'll improve and you'll get different tools to help speed things up. So even just having a tape gun helps speed it up. I've got all sorts of packaging stuff. I use a label printer, which you've seen, a 6x4 label printer, instead of handwriting everything out. Again, it speeds up the process. So when you've got 10-20 parcels to do, you can bang them all out in one go. So that's all the little stuff done. I'll write on that what it is. Right, that's all the nice, quick and easy bits out of the way. We're going to take a look at some of the bigger stuff. Hopefully I can find boxes for it all. If not, I'll have to go up there and fish some down. So let's take a look. So the first item was only listed yesterday and it's already sold. So I went to there's a local mobility scooter shop kind of place, and they always have scrap metal and things outside and mobility scooter parts. So I picked up this replacement chair. There's nothing wrong with it, it's in great condition. It folds up. I'm not sure if it's universal, but you can see some fittings there. And it hasn't got a name on it or a brand or anything, so I picked it up for free. I literally just listed it as replacement mobility scooter chair. Listed it for £20 and it's sold, so something like that, instead of going in a box, I might just put a bit of bubble wrap around it and then use some shrink wrap, black shrink wrap, because it's quite sturdy. So a bit of bubble wrap all the way around and then shrink wrap it up, that should be spot on. So I do reuse bubble wrap, but I do buy these rolls. They are 500mm wide by like 50 or 100 meters long. And about £9–10. If you shop around on eBay, you can get them fairly cheap. We'll put that down there. Wrap it up in a few layers of bubble wrap. Cut that off. Tape it up and then shrink wrap. I buy these little 100mm wide black rolls and then you get a handle. And then I've also got bigger rolls for doing a lot of bigger stuff like pallets and that. But this is quite handy for smaller stuff, so just put it off the edge of the table and wrap round. go, it's all wrapped up. I'll put a bit of tape around it as well, just to keep the shrink wrap in place, but that's well protected. Bit of tape in there. There we go. I don't need to write anything on that one because I can remember what it is. I'll put that one on the floor out of the way. Right, what's next? We have got this extractor control system kind of thing. Sort of got a switch there, it regulates your speed on your extractor. It's heavier than it looks. Helios ventilation. Again, picked it up for free out of a skip from a restaurant kitchen refurb. So everything was working, it's just getting replaced for a newer model. Looked them up and they are worth a few £100 new. I think I listed it for 125 and I had an offer come in of £85, so I was happy to accept that considering it didn't cost me anything. So that one will be going in a box. What I am going to do, I'm going to put plenty of bubble wrap around it and I'm going to shrink wrap it to start with for its first layer of protection. There we go. So yeah, if you are enjoying this style of video, packing orders, drop it a like, and yeah, check out my other videos, share my channel. I'm on that road to 1,000 subscribers and we're getting there. Tape the bottom, flip it over. About 5 layers of bubble wrap on that. With something expensive as well, it's worth taking an extra 5 minutes to get it a bit more protected. Right, and then I'll just put some of this around it. There we go, so that's the first couple of layers of protection on that one. We're now going to want to find quite a strong box that's a bit bigger than the item so we can pack it all with brown paper. Let's have a look what we've got. We use one of these. So there's a local garden centre to me and I managed to pick up loads of these boxes, all the same size, and they're from like bird food and sunflower seeds. So they're happy to get rid of them and I'm happy to use them. tape up the bottom. So I'm going to put some brown paper in the bottom as padding. Place the item in the middle, and then basically just fill around the outside and on the top with more void fill, and then when we tape it up it can't move anywhere when it's getting chucked about by the couriers. But I've had a couple of issues with every. One quite recent, I sent a set of golf clubs, and I sent them, I keep some big cardboard tubes up the top of the garage there, and I padded them and put them in there because it was nice and strong. Luckily it was only £30 worth or something, but I sent it and the tracking kept showing that it was lost and then damaged and then everything like that. But because it was bought through Packlink, who's eBay's postage sort of operator, I filed a claim with them, and it took a while, but I got the £25 compensation back. But I'm still at a loss because I have to refund the buyer anyway. There we go. Not moving about. Helios extractor. Okay. Put that one on the floor out of the way. So we're flying through them. I am picking the easiest ones, there's harder ones to come yet, but luckily nothing too breakable. Like there's no ceramics or glass like that. I don't really touch that because I can't be doing with it breaking. Just sort of bulky, odd shaped items really. So the next one is this DeWalt site radio. Now the other week I went around dumpster diving one evening, and this was in one of the bins. Obviously I knew it was probably going to be faulty, hence why it was in the bin, but picked it up anyway, plugged it in to test it. It powers on and everything, it just doesn't produce any sound, so there's some issue there, but I know these things are still worth something faulty. So this was only listed for a day. I listed it for £29.99. Working models would be like £50–60, so listed it for £30, and within a day it sold, so I'm not going to argue with that. Faulty, but £30 from nothing, take that any day. So I need to find a box suitable for that one. Don't know whether that's big enough. No. Got this one. Is that going to be big enough? Might just go in that one. So that'll go in there. I'm not worried about too much protection because at the end of the day these are site radios. These are designed to fall off sort of 3 stories of scaffolding and still survive, so it'll survive my cardboard box. So that's slotted in there nicely. I'll put some packing paper around it and fold the tops in. We've been lucky with boxes. I've managed to use what I've got here. I've also got some stored up in the rafters somewhere, so I might have to break out the ladders for the next one. But so far, we've been quite lucky. Bit more paper on top. One of my slips. Fold that up. So on all my listings I have a 2-day dispatch time, so I'm only part-time reseller. I've got a full-time job, so I found that 2 days works for me. That means I don't have to post every day, but I don't think it counts over the weekend. So if someone buys something on like a Thursday, Friday, it doesn't have to go till the Monday, so that's quite handy as well. I just let them build up till the Sunday, then do them all at once. Make sure that's all secure. I just taped the bottom of the box because it's one of them boxes that like folds together. I didn't have any tape on it. And all the packaging stuff that I do buy, like the tape, jiffy bags, mailing bags, always try and look for the best prices on eBay and buy as much as you can. Buy it in bulk, gets the individual unit price down. And remember, everything you are buying is tax deductible, so it's all on your business account as expenses. There we go, there's another one done, another big one. So it's going better than I thought. I've got 2 left. One's not so bad and one's like quite awkward, but I have sent them before, so we will manage. So that was the radio. There we are. Put that down there. And then when I'm printing all my labels, I can literally go on the item, weigh it, and then I can tally up the label with what item it is. I found that's more efficient to do them, package them all, write on it, and then do it, but everyone has their own way. Just whatever works for you at the end of the day. So next one is this Body Medics back support. So it's like a rigid plastic shell with a soft cushioning. And I think it's for people that have like had surgery on the backs, or they've been in accidents and they need to sort of like keep their back rigid and their spine straight. So it's all adjustable at the front, so suitable for most people. But yeah, I knew this stuff is worth something, so I picked this up for a couple of quid. I've had it for a few months now, so I kept reducing it every month, and it's sold for £20, so I'm more than happy with that. Bit of an awkward one to store, so I think, what's this going to go in? Might have to go in a box, because it's plastic. I don't want them bits to break. If it's just in a mailing bag, it could get squished. So I'm going to see if I've got a box to suit it. This one should do it. So we've got a load of these moving boxes. Obviously we've just moved house, so I did buy a load of these just for convenience, and they're strong, but when we've put stuff away, I've flattened them again, and I'm going to reuse them again so they don't just get chucked out. I'm all about reusing, recycling. So we'll take this one back up. I'll put some padding in the bottom again. I always tend to do that. That sits nicely in there, look. Sorry about the lighting. It's not great in here. I've got the garage door open. There's like a single bulb in the garage, and I've got my photography box on, which is the reflection you can see in the TV there. Just to try and give me some light, but it is dark that side. Bit more void fill in the top. One of my little slips. Thank you for your purchase. If you're satisfied with your order, we would appreciate positive feedback and a 5-star rating. Chuck that in there. Tape up the top, and these boxes have got little handle holes there, so I'm just going to put a band of tape around all that, just to stop like water or anything getting in there. There we go. That was quite easy in the end. I thought it might be quite difficult. So that was the Body Medics. Lovely. So we've done 10 or 11, and we've got one more to go. Now this is the most awkward one, and I'm going to have to try and find a box for it. Big and bulky. So some people will remember these a bit before my time, but I like picking up obscure, like old technology items, because you know it's something to learn about, and if I see them again I'll know. But basically there is a local group, I think they were like a history society kind of group, and they were clearing out their offices to move somewhere new, and they've had funding from someone to get all new equipment and stuff, so all their equipment was not needed. So I went to pick up one item, which was an overhead projector, which is already sold, and I got chatting to them, and while I was there they said, were you interested in printers, these machines, anything like that? And I was like, yeah, I was going to take it all. So I made a donation to them, and I filled my car, and I've made another contact. So it's very important to make contacts, because they'll come to you. If you do them a good deal, they'll come to you next time they have anything, and you'll get in there before anyone else. So these machines, if you don't know, I'll try and get a bit closer to the camera. These are called microfiche readers. Now, it has a little plate at the bottom there, and in the back it has a bulb and a screen. And you get these sort of print out kind of negative things, which you place in the plate, and then you can move it about and it enlarges it onto the screen. So it was a quick way to store loads of documents in a small place, and then you have one reader, have all these in your archives, and then pull out whatever you need to research. So they kindly gave me some of them to test them, and I could also use that on my eBay listings as well. And it comes with this little dust cover as well. So we'll fold that up, and we will put that into a mailing bag separate. Put that in there. Now, because it was stored on my shelf, I like to just put a bit of shrink wrap on it, keep the plug out the way, otherwise you've got cables and everything dangling everywhere. So that should be okay like that. The plug's on the side. So I'm thinking, before I even look for a box, I'm going to put some bubble wrap around it, put some shrink wrap around it again, so that's the first layer, and then I can kind of look for a box to suit that. So we will do that now. This is get my roll of bubble wrap, put it off the end of the table, and then you can just feed it through. Just going to put a bit of tape on the first bit to keep it in place. The dust cover I'm going to shove into the front just above that plate, and it will just trap it in place. So I never used to pick up big and bulky items because I didn't have the space. I've got a bit more space now, and especially when they were cheap. Obviously I made a donation to them, but I filled my car, so it worked out to like next to nothing a piece. These microfiche readers, I've got 2 more up there listed. They're all different models, and I've already sold 2. So I had 5 in total, and they range from about £80 to £120 each. So that was a good pickup. And again, I've had them a month or so, so I'm reducing them and I'm taking offers. At the end of the day, they didn't cost me much. I've got the space to store them, but they do take up valuable space with them being bulky. So I took an offer of £80 on this one. I'm happy to move it on. So I'll just spin it round. 90 degrees and do a bit more bubble wrap. There we go. So that's all bubble wrapped, all secure. I'm now going to cover it in shrink wrap. Obviously, the more time and effort you put into packaging these bulky items, the less likely they are to get damaged in transit. That's number one. The less likely they are to get negative feedback as well. Obviously, that's something you try and avoid. I think I've got a clean slate at the moment. I did have one not so long ago though, and it was a negative feedback, but it was just a load of rubbish really. It was nothing to do with the product itself. So eBay are quite good. If you phone them up and you think it's not relevant, they'll remove it off your account. Right, that's all packaged up. Bubble wrap and shrink wrap. Now I need to find a box. So I've not got many massive boxes down here. Like I say, I've put some up there. Don't think they're even wide enough. Nope. So I'm going to go up there in the ladders and find a bigger box, but I just need to go where the table is. So I'll be back in 2 secs. And I'm back. So all I could find up there was nothing bigger, was just the moving boxes again. I've had a bit of a look and I should be able to make it work with one of these and then just some like cardboard box like opened up and then wrapped up, so more tape and more shrink wrap and stuff, so it'll be well protected, but I need to go on the hunt for bigger boxes. So there's a bit of a thing you can do with these boxes. If you have one like that don't quite fit, you need it more square, you can come in and cut your flap down like that and put a crease in the body. And then it makes a box the size you want. So I'm going to tape that up the top, I'm going to place it on top of the item, and then I'll flip it over and I'll do something with the bottom, just cover it in cardboard and that. But I do need to go on the hunt. Places like Home Bargains, B&M, The Range, Asda Living, or any local shops to you, If you're in there, if you've got an every shop which you drop parcels off, you can do everything in one journey, drop some parcels off, pick up some boxes. Sometimes it looks like I've got a lot of packaging, but you can never have too much because you soon go through it. There we go, just tape that up like that, so that's made a square. The item's already bubble wrapped as well. I might put something in there just to cover that up. There we go, and then that's the bottom. So I'm just going to get another box, open it up, tuck it in, tape it all up, and then it's got protection. Quite a solid item as well, so I'm not worried about that. These boxes are double wall as well, so they're nice and strong. Need to have a drink. I'm not really used to talking for like an hour straight, but I'll get better. So I'll open that up. Now I just need to see what works. So if I cut them flaps off, I can use that bit. I did have a knife knocking about, but I've used it somewhere. It's a bit easier than scissors when you cut in cardboard boxes. So. So we'll fold that piece, tuck it in the side there. Fold the other side and tuck it in. Few bits of tape to hold that down that way, and then I'll do some the other way. Some around the edges just to keep it all together. I know I've got a very noisy tape gun, that probably sounds horrible in the video. So yeah, I'm happy with that. So I'm going to go around with more shrink wrap all the way around and then more tape, and I think we're good to go at that. Just watch out if you are going to start using shrink wrap. I think it's Parcel Force, don't like it. If you wrap something in shrink wrap and send it with Parcel Force, you'll get a fine. So it's like a few pounds for each parcel. They claim it clogs up their conveyor belts or something. but the other couriers don't have an issue with it, so I don't know. So we'll wrap this up now, because this will probably be going with everything else, so I can load it all into my car, take it to the Every shop. I also have some parcels delivered there as well, so I might have some to pick up, and then I might pick some boxes up. So do as much as you can in one trip. Again, I'm not bothered about how much packaging I'm using, because the item cost me hardly anything. It sold for £80. I'm into plenty of profit. The boxes were recycled, so it's cost me a roll of shrink wrap and some tape. So just the right amount. That's the roll finished. Again, even these cardboard tubes I keep. Cardboard tubes from shrink wrap and tape. It's worth keeping these for, you might sell little figures or little bits of jewellery or something that can go in there. Even bits of cardboard that you cut off from boxes. It's handy to keep as packing or whatever. That's all shrink wrapped up. That's nice and solid, well protected. Go over with a bit of tape, cover your ears. It makes a lot of noise, but it's so much easier than cutting it with scissors. So it obviously attaches by itself there. It's got a couple of rollers, and then when you flick it back, it cuts it at the top. There we go, I'm happy with that. So that's the last one done. So yeah, 11 or 12 orders, can't remember, packaged them all. It's taken me, what, just over an hour. So yeah, happy with that. If you did enjoy a packing video, let me know and I'll do more. If you want to see me picking the orders from my boxes and my shelves, let me know. And yeah, I'll do some of that as well. So thank you very much for watching. Please like the video on your way out, hit subscribe, hit the bell, and you'll be notified every time I upload. Also, head over to Instagram, check out my page, George's Treasure Shed. I post on there about my day-to-day goings-ons and new videos on there as well. So, thank you very much, take care, and we'll see you next time.